All right, guys, so I would like to welcome you to my 2019 top 3 vehicles and playsets from Star Wars. So we're going to get a look at Jabba's Barge from HasLab, Jabbas Palace Adventure playset from the Vintage Collection, and we're also going to get a look at the Tatooine Skiff from the Vintage Collection as well. 3 very cool sets that you can put together, and we'll get a close look at that in this breakdown of the 2019 vehicles and playsets. We're also going to get a look at Poe and Luke Skywalker's Vintage Collection X-Wings. Really cool stuff. And then, of course, guys, last but not least, we are going to get a look at the Mandalorian AT-ST. So let's start with Jabba's Barge, the Katana, which doubles as a spacious playset with excellent detail and features. From the upper deck, which is really nice, and then of course we have Jabba's throne and lounge area, weapons and stairwell to the upper deck, kitchen and prison area with bones and chains, as well as a nicely detailed cockpit. Other features include functioning window blinds on the exterior panels, upper deck cannons with functioning hatch doors to the lower deck stairs, and awesome detail all the way around the surface of the upper deck. So it's a really cool and very nice set with plenty of room to display all of your Jabba figures. So this was a crowdfunding program, not your typical toy release. The project cost about $550 with shipping included. But for me, I think it was an excellent idea, and the only way that Hasbro would be able to present a playset of this size and scale. And I really enjoy it for my collection. And then, of course, they gave us several other pieces to complement this particular project, such as Jabbas Palace Adventure Set, complete with Han and Carbonite. Again, an excellent complement to the Barge and previous Jabba Palace playset releases. This very cool set offers you Jabba's trophy wall with his most prized possession of Han and Carbonite, as well as a carded Reeds. This very spacious playset again goes along with the previous playsets to complete the full palace and giving you optimum room to display all of your Jabba Palace figures. So obviously this is one of my favorite playsets of the year, and again a very good complement to the Jabba Barge project from HasLab. So very cool set there, guys. And then, of course, we also received our Vintage Collection Tatooine Skiff, an excellent vehicle with excellent detail, and of course, an excellent complement to the Barge and the Adventure playset. So you have all 3 of these playsets that fit together in one cohesive theme and makes for an excellent diorama piece, which allows you to be very creative with your display options. 2019 also gave us Poe's Resistance X-Wing and a re-release of Luke's X-Wing in the Vintage Collection. With a very nice scale and attention to detail, Poe's Resistance X-Wing was a welcome surprise, with a attachable ladder and hidden landing gear with functioning wings. Luke Skywalker's X-Wing was a re-release with some slightly different changes, hidden landing gear, and more detail to the cockpit. Both came in at a retail cost of about $99, just about double the original retail cost of its predecessors. But both vehicles were worthwhile the cost for someone like myself, who kind of got into the collecting game a little bit late, who missed out on the original releases and had to settle for used or open box versions of the original releases. A couple of cool additions to the Vintage Collection. Next up is the Mandalorian AT-ST, sort of a re-release with a new paint job. Featured in the Mandalorian TV show, this fearsome vehicle sets itself apart with a unique paint job, netting, weathering, and other details. Like its predecessors, there is some issues with its ability and to stand and pose, but all in all, it is a very nice vehicle to go along with your Mandalorian figures. Now, the next set of 3 1/4 size figures will be available only in the vintage, and we are due to get a couple of our Mandalorian figures in the 3 1/4 size set. So we look forward to those figures to put along with this particular vehicle, which is absolutely awesome. So there it is, guys, your Mandalorian AT-ST, a very cool vehicle. So now comes the time where I break down my top 3 vehicle slash playsets for 2019. Now, guys, I can tell you it is a very hard choice between all of our 6 selections here, because all of them were very nice, nicely detailed, and nicely scaled vehicles and playsets, guys. So let's get to our top 3 of the 2019 vehicles and playsets. So at number 3 is Jabbas Palace Adventure playset. At first glance, she may not seem like much, but she's got it where it counts. Complete with your Han and Carbonite and Vintage Collection Reese figure, this set offers you lots of display options and diorama configurations. The detail and weathering is nicely done and put together. With the 3D cardboard palace set, you can fill out the palace throne room very nicely. Awesome set, very cool detail and weathering, and that's why it came in at number 3 in my top 3 of the vehicle and playsets for 2019. Coming in at number 2 is Pose Resistance X-Wing Fighter in the Vintage Collection. This version of the X-Wing was a very cool surprise with wonderful detail and weathering, plus accessories. This version of the X-Wing offers a conversion for the droid compartment for your Astromech and BB-8 units. So it is a really cool and very awesome vehicle to complete your X-Wing collection. Absolutely awesome. Our top vehicle slash playset for 2019 is Jabba's Barge. At an enormous scale, this vehicle doubles as a playset with excellent features and details, giving you plenty of display and diorama options. Truly a holy grail piece if I've ever seen one. The katana features a wonderfully detailed cockpit with removable panels, functioning steering wheels, and chairs. The removable exterior panels expose a wonderfully detailed lower deck with plenty of room to showcase your full collection of Jabbas Palace characters. Truly an awesome vehicle, and again, definitely a holy grail piece for any Star Wars collector. So there it is, guys. That is my number 1 vehicle slash playset for 2019, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Which one of these vehicles have you picked up? I do understand that not everybody had an opportunity to pick up the Jabba Barge, but it is an excellent vehicle and well worth the price of $550, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are. What were your 3 top vehicles slash playsets for 2019? Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.